guys curious? Oh, we got one more? He's got two. That gentleman back there's got tickets. All right. Okay. Folks, hold on to those tickets. That way I know you were here and how many gets to give out. We've got a limited supply. All right. You folks curious? You excited? Can I get you folks to scooch out here a little? Sam's requires you to keep that back out of clear. All right. Let's get going with your free gifts. You're gonna really like this. Now, what we're handing out today for all the adults, 18 years of age and older, is a stainless steel paring knife. Now, this knife is extremely sharp. It's like a razor blade on a stick. So please be careful with it until you get home. Now, it's got a $5 value. It's a great all-around utility knife. It is free. It's also good for your cheeses and your fruits and your vegetables. And who knows the best thing about this knife? It's free. So who's going to smile and say thank you when I hand you a free gift? I appreciate that. I do want to make sure you're a friendly crowd before I start handing out sharp knives. All right. Now I'm going to say thank you a little bit differently today, with your permission for allowing me just a couple moments of your time to share with you a great new product. Then I'll hand out the free gifts to all the adults. Is that okay with you folks? All right. My name is Steve. I'm with Hessler Worldwide, and we are the makers of the Sharp Select Cutlery. Now, does anybody remember a few years ago there was a guy on TV and he had a very sharp knife and was able to cut through an aluminum can with that knife? Y'all remember that commercial? Does anybody have a knife, that knife? Nobody here? All this big crowd? Nobody's got that knife? You got it. How long you had it for, ma'am? Long time? I had a lady the other day, she came here 25 years, she's had a knife that's still sharp. Now I'm here to introduce the Deluxe series. The difference between this knife and the other one is this is stainless steel. It's all one piece. It's a full take from tip to tip. That means the blade won't separate from the handle. It's one seamless design. Now, how many of you folks at home have a knife like this? Oh yeah. We call this Old Faithful. Right? Two pieces, right? A blade and the handle breaks. What gets in there between that blade and that handle? Garbage, junk, food, right? What else? Bacteria, germs. Folks, this knife is stainless steel and it is a seamless design, so it will keep your food clean and sanitary for you and your family. But more importantly, what happens when we use this knife over time? It goes dull, right? And that's a problem, because then we got to take the time to sharpen it, right? But normally we end up just replacing it. It's a waste of money. Folks, this stainless steel knife is guaranteed in writing to never require sharpening. In fact, should it ever bend, break, or go dull, we will replace this knife, no questions asked, for life, even if it's your fault. Drop it down to garbage disposal, no problem. We'll get you to garbage disposal, but we'll get you a brand new knife. So how's that for a lifetime guarantee? Pretty good? Like to get that on your cell phone? Pretty nice, right? Now, how many of y'all have ever taken a ripe tomato like this and tried to cut it with Old Faithful? Well, what do you got to do? You got to poke at it to get started. You're probably going to squashing it, squishing it, and making a big old mess, right? Let's get rid of Old Faithful. Now, what I'm going to do here to demonstrate how sharp this knife is I'm going to use the weight of this blade to do the work for me. And I'm able to make slices just like that, as thin or as thick as I like. Is that kind of beautiful, right, folks? Absolutely. Now, do any of you folks at home have a knife for cutting fresh baked bread? Does anyone have a knife to cut bread? Yeah, what do we call that knife to cut bread? A bread knife. We don't ask tough questions. Now, a good bread knife will cost you what? $25, $30 for a good one. And this is a very good bread knife, but it's more than that. It's also an excellent meat carver. No more tearing off your turkeys, your hams, and your roasts. And then when you get done slicing up your meat, well, you have a serving fork on the end. So you can take your meat, you can dip it in your gravy to your plate. Or if you're out on the grill and you got a steak, you can just flip it over. So what you have here, folks, is a meat carver, a bread knife, and a slicer all in one. Who likes my knife? All right, I appreciate that. I got one more cool thing to show you folks, and then I'll get you back to shopping. Now, I was talking earlier about the guy on TV. He had a very sharp knife. He was able to cut through a can. I've got something more difficult than an aluminum can. I got a solid steel hammer. Sir, you look like a hammer guy. Take it easy, my board, but I'd like you to verify that this is indeed a genuine hammer, not some Toys R Us. That's taking it easy. But does it is a carving knife. After all, it's not a hacksaw. But my point in doing this is to demonstrate this knife never requires sharpening, and it won't go dull. So now I've got a little bit of a groove working, and I'm digging my way into this hammer. I'm going back and forth and really putting some punishment onto this blade, as you can see. Now, do you see those steel shavings? Those steel shavings are from the hammer. That's cutting into a solid steel hammer. That is not from the knife. Incredible, huh? Let's take this one step further. What about frozen food? We've got frozen meat in the freezer and we only need a little bit. What do we normally do? We take the whole thing out, we thaw it all up, and we cook it all up. And what are we doing with it 3-4 days later? Throw it away, cash in the trash. Folks, I just cut into solid steel. Now let's have some fun and drive this right into a solid block of wood. Now, if I can cut into solid steel and wood, can I portion out the frozen food I need and put the rest back in the freezer? Save volume time and money, absolutely. Alright, well this would destroy any ordinary knife. What do you think, folks? After cut through metal and wood, is my knife still sharp? You sure? Huh. Well, better be, it won't have a job anymore, right? Folks, like it's right out of the box. And it's guaranteed to stay sharp. Today, tomorrow, next month, next year, 25 years from now. Folks, let me ask you a question. Who here likes my knife? I appreciate that. I know y'all want one. What's the $1 million question? How much does it cost? How much is it? Well, hold on a second now. I thought you'd never ask. Well, I do have a little bit of bad news. Okay. This knife's not available on the store shelf. It's not available in any store. I'm with the manufacturer. I'm on what's called a road show. I'm here for a limited time, and when I go, my knives go with me. Here's the good news. I've got some here. I know y'all want some. I'm going to hand them out right at the end of the show, and you just take them up and register. They'll ring them up there. Now, for comparison, there's a knife online. It's like this. It's got a plastic handle. It retails for $49.99. You pay $8.95 shipping and handling. 2 to 4 weeks, you get an okay knife. Now, we're going to make this knife available here today for $49.88. Now, here's the thing. I'm with the manufacturer. I've been authorized to sweeten this deal. You're going to love this. $49.88, a $50 value. We're going to include today a second identical carving knife. That's another $50 value, absolutely free. That's 2 for the price of 1. 1 for your meat and 1 for your bread. Okay, we're also going to include 2 stainless steel paring knives. Now, these are great for cheese trays and strawberries and peeling potatoes. $20 each in value, yours free. Who likes hunting and fishing? You're going to love this. All right. This is my pro fillet. Now, this knife is razor sharp. It has the flexibility for deboning those chickens, getting the fat off your meat. For those of you who like fish, well, I can take a tomato with one hand and just skin it like that. I can fillet a fish with ease. Now, I got my fish here. I'm going to cut the head off. Now I got the meat there. I'm going to get the meat right down to the skin. Yeah, with one hand, I could just skin this thing. I could just fillet the fillet, folks. There's nothing there. Now, a pro fillet knife like that will cost you $40 in a hunting or fishing magazine. It's yours today, absolutely free. So what do you say, folks? All these knives for the price of one, $49.88. Is that not a good deal? Sure it is. But you don't shop here for good deals. You shop here for great deals. Should I keep going? All right, we're missing one really important knife. Yeah, the Big Daddy. All right. This is my Sharp Select Deluxe Chef knife. Now, this is the workhorse of the kitchen. This is where you're chopping, you're slicing, you're dicing. Let me borrow your ticket for a second. Now, this knife, it also happens to make for a fairly good meat cleaver. I owe you half a gift. Just joking. Folks, this knife retails, similar knives like this, retail Gourmet magazines for $50. Yeah, maybe more, $50 though. So it's yours today, absolutely free. So let's just recap this and see what we got here. Now, this is a $50 value. This is another $50 value. That's $100. $120, $140, $180. This makes it $230 in guaranteed cutlery, all for $49.88. Can we say that's a great deal? $230 of the cutlery for $49 bucks. but wait, there's more. With your set today, you'll take home not only one, not only two, not only three, but four matching steak knives. Yeah, now these are the same blades as the carving knife. They will cut through your steak like butter. A great addition to your table to complete your set. Another $40 value, absolutely free. This makes the total value $270 and guaranteed for life coverage, all for $49.88. Now Sam's calls this a kitchen in a box, and you get these 10 knives in this gift box. Inside every gift box is your lifetime guarantee. We will replace these knives, no questions asked for life. Now folks, these make great gifts, so if you need more than one, just let me know. You take them up to the register, it's $49.88. Folks, you'll be cooking like a professional chef in your own kitchen. It's the last set of knives you'll ever need. That's the end of my show. Thanks for being here. Give yourselves a round of applause first and be a great crowd. And my hammer expert here, I'm going to hand out the set. I'm going to pass out the free gifts. Thank you. I'm going to get the gifts going in just a minute, folks. Let me hand out the sets. Folks, you want two sets? You want two? Okay. Thank you. They make great gifts, so if you need more than one, let me know. We're here today, limited time, and if you do the math, it works out to $5 a night. All right. $50 completo. Gift for you. Okay.
Thank you.
It's one per member, but let me get the sets going. All right, one gift per member, folks. All right, who else would like a set? $49.88. $50 completo. If you want to go and try it before we have a test drive program for $5 a night, folks, if you do the math. All right, come on up so I can get you going with your free gifts. Thank you. If you're thinking about it, you want to try them out. Thank you, sir. All right. Just let me know if you want a set.
I'm trying to make sure I grab it.
All right.
I'm thinking about it. But yeah, that's awesome, man. That's nice.
Ticket?
Yeah. I just give it to it's not bad. That's my baby right there.
Thanks.
That right there.
Oh, yeah.
It's my baby.
I know. That's what the whole reason I kept looking at the thing.
I know.
That's the one I wanted.
Oh, got the freebies?
Yeah, here, I'll put it on.
Put it for
I already got mine.
I don't want to get stopped by Sam security walking out the door.
Okay, let's go finish our
I know we still got to do a lot more. Hey, man.
No, my butter like that. When he cut the bread, I was like, my bread not
Don't
gonna
cut like
bread
that.
like that.
I know. And we spent all that damn money for that.
Yep.
Oh, it's a great set.
It is.
Yeah.
In one piece.
Yeah.
$50. I can live with it.
Not go in the dishwasher.
I was earlier handing out the tickets.
Right.
An older couple said, "Come on over there. Is that the knives? Oh, we bought those years ago. They're sharp as the day we bought them. Literally walking through the aisles here.
Wow.
Yeah, they're amazing. I mean, talking this couple probably 7 years old. They probably bought them like 20, 25 years ago. Yeah. Love them.
Yeah, that's why we get it. All right, have a good one, man.
You too, guys. Have a great weekend.
Man.